Welcome to Quickly Goes to YouTube to find episode number
5?
5. Yeah, 5.
5.
Episode 5 of Spelljammer Academy.
Woo!
Adventures in Space. Woo! Who would like to give me a recap?
I can do it this week. Mr. Blip's log supplemental Toral 1496 DR 26 day of Myrtle. Well, looks like Vina finally bit off a bit more than she could chew. Threw her line into the centre, which we told her not to, and she pulled some kind of astro jellyfish-like creature. To top it off, the whole thing seemed to have some kind of hypnotic effect, and most of Vina's crew was likely to be gobbled up all while on a trip. Thankfully, the wolf pups intervened. Rune dashed out across the deck of the ships, covered Vina's eyes, breaking the trance. Didn't think she'd do it, honestly. The amount of bad blood between those two, wouldn't blame her for letting the jellyfish get in a lick or two. A well-placed shot from Ido took out the hypnotic eye like Worgen and broke the spell on the remaining members, with Vaxis finishing it off, claiming the great beast for the pups. Now I have to switch accents. Fuck. It's really hard to do it. Right. Rune's personal log, Toro 1496 DR, 5th day. My turn. I'm not doing it right. I don't usually do this, but I feel I ought to start with everything that's been going on. I'll start with the easy things. That probe we found, turns out it uses an old spacer communication language, dots and dashes, that kind of thing. Anyways, the probe's message is a series of coordinates. I can't tell if it's this system or not, but maybe we'll go check it out and find out what this strange thing was. The weird thing is when we opened it, I swear I saw something, but I don't know why he would lie about it when I asked him later. I saw them again on a beach this time. The 3-in-1 or the 1-in-3. Small mercies I wasn't alone this time, but honestly I don't know if that made it better or worse. I've dragged a bunch of innocent people down my cursed fate. The women, if they are women, talk about fate and destiny as if those justify the mountain of broken people they left behind. I'm sorry, I shouldn't. Anyways, they showed us the terrible doom that awaited us should we not take up the call. Stars across the sky blinked out until all that remained was an all-black sky, a void threatening to swallow us up. After this prophetic account and the command to look for their signs, the others were whisked away, and I was alone with the man in the 4th chair. I wanted to cry and scream and hit, but all I could muster was to ask if I had to. Apparently, I'm difficult to predict. He was odd, said he wasn't affiliated with the women, that they were trapped. I don't know how they could be, but he also said he would be there to make sure I made the right decision at the end. Oh, and that everything after that wasn't their concern. I figures Mom was right. Heroes don't get a happily ever after. In the end, he said to seek him out. Said I already knew where to look, so guess I know where we are headed next. When I woke up, I realized I had been crying. The others were there, though, and we shared a moment. Though, when I tried to pull the sword, for my own sanity, I swore I felt something give a little. But for now, we're off again to some abandoned beholder ship. Hopefully that really is abandoned.
Good job, sir.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Yeah. So yes, you saved the day. I swear that what some of you said, let's abandon them and leave them to their fate, but didn't end up happening. You saved them, well done. And then you met some interesting people and had some interesting investigations, and now at the very end of last session, you were kind of unceremoniously woken up, or early morning roused and brought to the ship, and then dobbed off at a beholder ship that is orbiting Toril. And I'll reread the intro because that kind of got lost at the end there a little bit. Mm-hmm. Before we do that, though, 2 things. Number 1, who would like to get the aid of destiny today? I'm assuming it's going to be Ido, but it's a group decision.
Is this the magic item thing? Or
It is the magic item thing.
I mean, it would be fair for Ido to get it.
Yeah. I'm happy with that.
What?
And you're being fair?
Yeah.
You can see his little face.
I mean, I also kind of want to give Rune all the destiny what we can, but I'm going to hold off on this, and I'll hold my objection until next session.
Sent a list over. I will also get you the other list. Everyone else, can you roll me a D20 of destiny, please?
A D20, is that just a raw D20?
It's just
Yeah. You know, I'm just checking that we don't have destiny modifiers that we're unaware of.
Well, yeah, Rune has like a plus 11.
And
Oh,
Go for the all-purpose tool.
okay.
18.
I
3.
I also got 3. So clearly, Destiny has got very specific plans.
You'll know what this was immediately, Brad. I'm going to give you your list again.
Oh. Okay.
I would like you to pick an item from that list and ban it from the game.
Ooh.
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 Obviously, the ones that have already been picked, you can't pick. You can't ban
Is
an
that-
item.
I'm kind of curious, is like, does that mean that the item no longer exists in the universe at all? Or is it just like, we will never get it?
You will never get it.
Okay.
And
Damn.
you will find out why in game when the moment happens.
Okay. I'll do that one. Let's do that one.
Cool. Okay. Makes sense. Cool. And then you picked the all-purpose tool. Is that right?
That's the one? Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
Do you
Cool.
want Ujima Flip, the sort of background of how I got it?
Oh yes. Yeah. Anywhere in your character's backstory, how did you acquire this
Yeah,
item?
well, I seem to remember I got hold of this. Yeah. Seems unfamiliar somehow. Yes, I seem to remember getting hold of this. It would have been my second year of medical school. It would have been during my postgraduate studies, you understand. So shortly after my final ecdysis, as you understand, which is the shedding of the exoskeletons, where my foot got a bit gummed up, as it were. And yes, fell in with the engineers. Odd lot, them. Strange bunch of chaps, but yes, helped me build and he sort of ding on the chair with the screwdriver. Helped me build this thing, get around the place a little bit better, and yes, get a little memento to remember me by.
Lovely.
So, is your all-purpose tool also your wheelchair?
No, it's the screwdriver I've got.
Oh, okay.
They used it to build the wheelchair.
And we used it to build it, yeah.
What happens to other people of your species who suffer the same predicament as yours? Do they also get wheelchairs, or?
It's not an uncommon thing, but yes, back on Uth it is a fairly common thing, yes. Did paid for the old athletics scholarship. What can you do? Ha!
That's a big
There's
oof.
not like, corrective surgery or something.
It doesn't need to be fixed, does it?
I suppose it doesn't.
Cool.
Ooh,
Sorry, I kept interrupting there.
Go.
You should be on the Tyrant ship map.
I can see a... Oh, yeah. Tyrant ship in the top left, yes.
Yeah. And just go right. So I'll just repeat what we sort of ended on last session. The day began early as you were awakened by Bosun Tato in a most discourteous fashion. Dodging thrown garbage cans, you geared up, ate a hearty breakfast, and were immediately commanded to the deck of a hammerhead ship called the Flighty Foundling. As soon as you board the ship, it rose into the air towards world space. An adamantium meteor has struck the spire on Cathar, says Tato, and you lot are going to recover it. The bad news is that Cathar is heavily populated by beholders and their kin. The good news is that an empty tyrant ship drifts above Toril, waiting for you to crew it, though you'll need to install a spell jamming helm on the command deck to make the ship fly. Travelling aboard this beholder vessel, you should be able to reach the spire without attracting the unwanted attention of other tyrant ships patrolling Cathalian space. We'll drop you off with Petty Officer Winston Ryback, who will ensure you don't go hungry. He'll command the deckhands, Micken, Havestance, Kritlik, and Pathred. You'll need to identify who among you is in command of the mission, as well as who commands the ship. A word of warning. The tyrant ship is made of stone, so don't try and land it in water, you'll sink like a rock. The flighty foundling docks alongside the tyrant ship, which looks like a gigantic stone carved beholder floating in orbit above Toril. And I've got where is it? Oh, there it is. Boop.
Cool.
You're dropped unceremoniously into the tyrant ship's cargo deck, along with a crate of supplies, a navigational map, a shiny new spelljammer helm. Petty Officer Ryback pulls up the rear, wearing a backpack laden with cooking bullets. Pots clang and clatter as he turns, and waves goodbye to the flighty foundling, which has already set a course back to the academy.
Let's double
Do
check.
we know?
Rich's audio going up and down for anyone else? Or is that just-
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
It says you lean into your microphone or then lean back again.
Have you got a fan pointed at you?
I do. I'm just also making sure it's picked the right microphone. Where is my microphone settings? Yeah. I don't know, unfortunately. I can turn the... Any better? Oh,
Yes,
well,
actually.
That seems to fix that.
oh no, I'm so hot though. Okay.
Sorry, bud.
It's alright.
Rather than having it pointed at your face, because have it like pointed at your torso. Angle it down a bit.
There we are. We'll give it a go. If it persists, yeah. Shout.
Do we know what happened to the crew of this ship?
No idea. It's just kind of sat dormant orbiting the planet. Far as they're aware, it's abandoned.
Cool. When we get aboard, can I check? I mean, how long would a search take?
So you'll be searching in real time on the map, good sir.
Ah, okay, cool.
Where is this? Sorry,
So
John.
I will.
No, you go.
I was just, where is the helm?
The Spelljammer helm.
Yes.
You've brought it with you, so you've brought a shiny new one to inject into the command deck. And I think you can see this already, but it doesn't hurt to hit this button.
Uh-huh. The bit that we can see down to our bottom left, is that our allies?
Yes.
Cool.
So basically, there's a little crack in the so you're in the access shaft. There's a little crack there that allowed you to sort of get inside, and you've kind of just dumped all of your supplies in there with instructions to bring it up to the command deck. I'll give you a list of supplies as well. Anything on here I want to redact? No, that's all good. So yeah, you've got a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Can we move that? Okay.
Might as well leave most.
So we've got the other 4. Is that right?
The other 4 what, sorry?
The other 4 people. Is that like most of Vena's crew minus Vena and with
Yeah, so basically subtract Vena, add in
Bosun Tarto?
oh, well, also Micken wasn't part of her crew on the
Okay.
He's now recovered from his ordeal and has joined you.
These
So
are
as we're-
prison cells.
Say again?
These are prison cells off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
As we're Go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry. The skeletal remains. Are they easily identified to a particular race?
Various races. There's a human, there's an elf.
Is
Long since decayed. Say again?
Is it possible to unlock the doors?
Are they locked?
I don't think there's a door there. Oh, maybe just a wall or something.
Yeah.
No, there's a wall there. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
You just Oop. There you go. You should be able to walk in them now.
Anything that appears to be of interest in there?
Nothing of interest immediately apparent.
From a because this is a beholder ship, yes.
Mhm.
What would we know, or what would I know? How would a beholder fly this ship? Would they also have a spell jamming helm, or is there another way that they control their craft?
That is a very good question.
I imagine it's just powered by spite or something.
As we're walking by, I'll
Roll.
just like. Go ahead. Sorry.
Roll me a history check. Or an int check.
Yeah, I could roll it as well, I think.
You're muted.
19. 19 for history.
Joe, you're muted then.
Yeah, I was just saying to myself, I have physical dice here. I don't know why I tried.
Yeah, don't use digital dice. We've discussed this.
So for 19, you would know that you've been taught this. Like there's an area of realm space, particularly to world system space, particularly towards the boundaries of the system, where the boundaries between what is space and what is the astral sea become a little bit more blurry, where creatures such as beholders kind of live. You know that what they do is they just grab huge asteroids or large chunks of stone and use their disintegration rays to sort of carve out holes for which they can then sort of make it more ship-like, often hiding in asteroid belts, sort of blending in with other bits of rock to catch ships unaware. You're 19, so that's enough. So you know that the structure of the ship is such that it's built specifically to a beholder's needs, such that they can attune to the entire ship without a spelljammer helm. So the way the ship has formed allows them to commandeer it. Off the command deck, that is.
Right. Okay. So they themselves would also have to, if they wanted to control the ship, they'd also have to be within a command deck. It's not that we've said that's where we're going to put the chair. I mean, it is that as well, but yeah.
Yeah. Roll me an insight check.
Sure. 21.
So you get the impression that Captain, okay, so I say Captain. What's his official title? Petty Officer Robic is kind of winging it a little bit. So from a technical sense, you could stick a Spelljammer helm anywhere on the ship. You have to sit down and use it to be able to fly the ship. So having a position that has a good vantage point is useful. But from the way it works perspective, you've studied enough, you've paid enough attention in your classes to know you could stick this thing anywhere you wanted to. But he's insistent that you put it on the command deck.
I mean, it's generally advisable that whoever's piloting can also see where they're going. So yeah, that makes sense. But no, it was...
What's this fire here?
Can you see the pot thing?
Yeah, that thing.
Yes.
So I was supposed to hide that. Effectively, at some point during the setup, Petty Officer Robeck, with his kitchen utensils, will effectively make himself at home, set himself up with a pot, and start making lunch. While he, hey guys, I'm going to be busy here. You go and stick the helm on the command deck so we can get this thing flying, okay?
Good day, sir.
So that is the lovely warm glow of a hot just started, and then all the bits in this room is effectively all the gear that has been
Stuff
brought in
we
off
brought
the
with us. Okay.
yeah.
On
Can
the tyrant ship handout,
Yes.
it's saying that these are the access shafts.
Yes.
Is that like the ladders in there, or how do we sort of get up and down?
You tell me, good sir.
Do we have ladders we can fit?
as
We brought climbing gear.
just before we head upwards, I want to have a quick chat with Micken, if that's okay. How are you feeling, Micken? I know you were injured for a while.
I'm feeling a lot better.
That's good. You okay with being on this ship and being, we're going to be going to some beholder place, and there'll be a lot of horrible things out there trying to kill us.
I know, but there's a lot more of us than in the simulation deck. I think together we can work together and get through this. And if the ship and if the mission goes well, we can use the ship to sort of sneak past them. So there'll be no actual fighting. So I'm here to help. And he kind of puts on pumps himself up a little bit.
I do an insight check on him to see how he's actually kind of feeling. Where's my thing? Nope, wrong one. Right one. It is insight. 19.
He's nervous about something.
Why are you nervous? I mean, besides the obvious, you seem unusually jumpy.
I was attacked the last time. Give me a break.
That's fine. That's just curious, that's all. I'm glad you're feeling better, Micken.
With the 19, I like that roll. That's not what he's nervous about.
Right. Keep an eye on Micken later. Right. And then I will, go to where everyone else is.
So, where was the list of
Where's everyone gone?
equipment that we brought?
There or up there?
I'm happy to go climbing.
Without the Spelljammer helmet in place on the command deck as of now, because we're on the way to do it, does this place have gravity?
That's a good question. The gravity plane for the ship runs midway through its roughly spherical mass. This means where you're standing in any given room can change depending on which deck you happen to be on. For example, the floor of the holodeck is the bowl-shaped surface nearest the command deck, so everything kind of points towards the middle.
Sure. So in this particular one, we are moving normally as we would through a map if there was just one version.
Yeah, so all the sort of floors are perpendicular. 90 degrees to gravity.
Perpendicular.
They're parallel to the gravity plane, such that you are walking around like a normal room, but in order to traverse, you have to either climb or fall.
Do the access shafts go up or down or both?
So we're on the cargo deck, so they only go up, down, up.
So
Can you go
we're on the cargo deck. Oh, okay. So, because I'm really curious about the 3 mini sections that they don't know what they do. From this, could we assume that they're either at the very top or the very bottom? Or so at the bottom left of the Tyrant ship map, the writing says we're not sure what these are used for.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so those 3 sections, could you assume that is? Oh, there's So there's the. Sorry, I've seen the top where it says cargo decks at the bottom. Then you've got the holodeck in the gravity plane. Then the command deck. So where is that mystery section?
As in the 3 little.
Yeah, the 3 little things.
Let me just double check what you can see versus
All the way at the top.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so cargo deck's at the bottom, then the holodeck so there'll be a bit into empty space.
It's very weird because the only unlabeled deck on the handout that you've got is the free spinning bits at the top. The map I have has it, and it makes like mechanically there's no reason why they were hidden it from you. So yeah,
Okay.
very odd.
So, because I can't remember the list of supplies, I don't know how to pull that back up. But have we got a torch in those supplies?
Well, I've got a torch in my backpack.
Oh, cool. Mainly, I just want to hold a torch out into the.
You have 5 lanterns with continual flame cast upon them.
Cool, perfect.
Nice.
Yeah. Can I extend a limb out into the tunnel and peer if we're at the bottom, so upwards?
A darkened shaft leads upwards.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I'm going to grab the climbing gear, and I'm going to
Yes.
use it to climb. Do we think this one or this one?
They all lead to the same spot, basically.
Right, I'll go up for one I'm next to then. Do you want like an athletics roll or something?
I would like a athletics roll.
And do I get advantage because I'm using climbing gear?
You don't, but the DC is dramatically reduced.
Okay. I think that'll do it. That is 24.
Easily, sir.
And when I'm up the top, I'll fix a rope somewhere.
Cool. And then I'll follow him up. Is that
If we've got like rope ladders or something, then fix that to make it easy for people.
How does one move someone without you wandering through the space in between and seeing things?
Drop a new token is the only way I found to do it.
Yeah. Drop a new token. That's the easiest.
That
Yeah.
sucks. I can do that. That's fine.
that will move everyone to the position because you know where we're going to come out now, and then reset vision if you've already blocked tokens on the map.
We'll see on the way there. I think the best thing to do is have a copy of each token on each level and just hide them as we go between the levels.
So yeah, you rolled successfully, Vexus. Sorry, who's climbing up with you?
I'll climb next.
Mhm.
Is that athletics, did you say, or acrobatics?
Athletics. A national roper is there.
The rope is there.
Whichever you pick.
I mean, 14 on athletics.
All good, my man.
Oh, cool. Okay.
You're using the climbing gear as intended. This is pretty easy.
Cool.
If I tie a rope onto the chair, would you mind hoisting it up, Vexus?
I'll go up first, and then all three of us can do it. 14 plus 2. No, 14 plus 0, sorry. 14.
All good.
Cool.
You need 10s with the climbing gear, so you're all good.
Okay.
And then what check do you want us to make for the three of us hoisting up?
Now.
I would say athletics for this as well.
The weight of the chair is only 25. So it's comparatively very, very light. If I can get out and climb with my, upper half, it's fine.
Yeah, but I'd
We
rather
can do it, it's fine.
keep
Like hoisting up a toddler.
I built a very strong boy. I want to be strong at things. I want to do strong things.
I would like the strong boy to roll me an athletics check, and if you are helping him, you can roll at advantage.
Yeah, we're all helping, I think.
Yay! Natural
strong
20! 26.
The strong boy is
Easy.
strong.
Easily goes up there. Can you roll me 2d4? Just for shits and giggles.
2d4. 5 total. A 1 and a 4.
So, according to the book, this is going to take you 7 hours to do. I do think that's actually the case, but let's say it
How
takes you...
tall?
It's not
Do
that
we
tall.
do we
So the ship is not that much bigger than like our ship, is it?
No, to get from the cargo deck to the command deck, because that's where we're trying to get up to.
Yeah, but
It's
we're
like-
going to clear it deck by deck.
But we can't. There's no deck for
can't.
us to get to. There's only 2 decks we can actually be on.
Is it?
There's
The holodeck isn't accessible via those access shafts. You have to go all the way up to the command deck and then back down.
Oh, and I've also been an idiot because I've just seen how they've spelt holodeck as well.
It's yeah.
Yeah. Is it that it takes us half an hour to climb up there and then 6.5 hours to make it wheelchair compliant?
No, I bet it takes. I bet like if it's got to be a real nasty climb. It probably does take 7 hours to climb that.
It's probably, if it was a straight shaft, that's probably fine, but it probably bends and it's like like spelunking or something.
It's probably a sheer rock face, like because it's been disintegrated out by a beholder. There's no handholds, there's nothing. You're pittoning your way up the whole way. It's a rough fucking climb.
I think I may be stuck in this wall.
yeah.
Huzzah!
Yeah, I've suffered the same fate.
Right, hang on.
Yeah, no worries.
There we are.
Yay.
Especially because we gotta wait at the bottom for him to get up. It's not like we're all going up at the same time. It's all we wait for the bottom of him to get up. Then me and Vex go up. Then once all 3 of us are up there, then we pull up Edo. So 7 hours does sound right, actually.
Yeah.
So is
Because
this...
got to stretch first. Do some brief cardio warm ups before doing the big amount of cardio.
Before anything else happens, Ryan, can I get a perception check from you?
15. 1-5.
So you have had that sword on your back for a long, long time.
Yeah.
So, you know the classic scene in the movie where they get out their compass and the compass is spinning wildly and they don't know what's going on. It's kind of the opposite. It's almost like your sword has been spinning for a long, long time and suddenly it's had a little bit of a magnetic pull and it's kind of aligned with something. It's not enough to sort of yank you around in the same way that a compass orienting itself with the earth isn't going to pull you around. But you notice that it's aligned a little bit. There's like a little bit of enough of a niggle that you notice it.
Okay. Why don't you 3 move on ahead? I just need to do some squats. And he starts doing squats.
That is very unusual.
Just for reference, I'm going to use my all-purpose tool to learn Shillelagh.
Oh, right.
I've rolled less than a 5 on an insight check, so I think you're genuinely doing push-ups. Whatever those flesh creatures need to do, I guess.
I just think he's being weird.
Is this the command deck?
Yes.
Looks like it.
Ooh,
Based on the other architecture.
Game
Yes.
is paused at the moment.
Sorry.
That's right.
So yeah,
Okay.
when people are out of view or distracted by other things, I'm going to take the sword off my back and I'm just going to be like moving it around just to see if anything makes it twitch.
Unfortunately, you don't get much time with that because the others were too busily walking ahead of you. And they set off a trap.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Oh gosh.
You all feel a little bit of a rumble. And through one of the holes it pours out into space, you see the light shift as the ship starts to spin. And it starts to spin and spin and spin and spin and spin. I need you all to roll initiative.
And does that imply
Ho,
that
ho, ho!
something is controlling the ship still?
I rolled a natural 20. My initiative is now 23.
Nice.
18.
I have an Eldritch 20.
I also have an Eldritch 20.
God damn it, I'm good at that. Every time I play a fucking rogue, this happens.
Ah,
Rune and sorry, 20. How many, Ryan? 24?
23.
23. Ido.
18.
Rune.
20.
Jex.
20.
Between Rune and Jex, which of you have got the higher dex? Or
it's
which one of
probably-
you wants to go first?
It's probably me, because I got +4.
I also have +4.
Shit. You go first. Amorphous blobs before changing women. Or something like that.
Blobs before slobs. He's not a slob.
Oh, Praxis, the ship is spinning and it's becoming dangerous to the point where you might get slammed into a wall or something. Anything you'd like to do?
I mean, put the sword away, and I guess with Rune right there, I can't try and grapple Rune whilst also grabbing onto something.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm assuming-
brace Rune.
Brace Rune, can you make a strength check, please?
Just base strength.
Athletics.
Oh no. I rolled a 2, so that's 8.
So you try and grab her, but you're not really confident as she kind of starts to slip almost immediately as the spin takes over.
Maybe grab the guy with less traction.
Let's go Jex next.
So, are we being thrown / pulled in any particular direction, or is it more just we're being, like when something spins really fast, we're being thrown towards the outer walls?
You're being thrown to the outside.
Okay. The other, this might not be the time, but am I aware that I've triggered something?
So throughout this room, there are various. The book calls them panels, but I don't know how any creature that uses disintegration ray to make itself at home would have a thing that could be described as a panel. But there are some sort of weird instrumentation around that is going a little bit haywire.
They have a telekinetic ray as well, so they can manipulate things as well.
Yeah, only one
So
of
I
their
guess that-
only one of their beams is disintegration. They got paralysis, sleep, telekinesis, a charm one, like a hypnotic one.
Right,
Yeah.
so a magical Swiss Army knife. Is the ship spinning too fast for me to try to interact with these panels?
No, you can move about. It was considered difficult terrain, but you can move about.
Okay, so can I move? Oh, it's paused at the moment.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
You don't need to go anywhere specifically in the map. This is
Okay.
playing it in
well,
our.
I'm kind of moving to there partly so that if I get flung, I'd rather go towards the mystery room rather than the one that definitely has a big hole in it. So I'm kind of gonna move to there, and then can I try to interact with the panels and I guess shut down or stop whatever's happening? If it's going haywire, can I try and stabilize it? I don't
You
even
can.
know.
Is it just... So are you just like grabbing all the controls and doing whatever you'd like, or are you studying it, or?
Yeah, I mean, given our previous simulations, I'm not going to start hitting random buttons. Can I try and decipher or work out what these panels are, because they've gone haywire. Can I see what errors they're throwing up or what it says?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Yes. Oh, that's so bad. That is 6.
You have no idea what any of these controls are for at the moment.
Okay, cool. Right. Okay. So that's. I'm gonna. Yeah. No, I'm happy where I currently am. I'll get flung into this mystery room, but there doesn't seem to be a hole there. So.
Rune.
So there's a panel right behind me, so I like look at it and go, all right, I'm just gonna start throwing buttons and switches. And I will try and figure out a way of stopping this.
Wait, you just said you were going to try random buttons and switches.
That's true.
There are checks either way, so I want to get some clarity on which one you're going to go down.
I think Rune being Rune and the fact that she kind of knows that fate might guide her hand would probably just go, fuck it, flip something at random and...
Roll me a d10.
Cool. It's off. Shit. 3.
Your manic flailing at the controls seems to do absolutely nothing.
Nothing's
Okay.
good.
Nothing's happening. I don't...
You've not made it worse.
I've not made it worse. Maybe it's like starting to do something, and then like a couple of minutes later, something will happen. Either that, or we'll all be paced soon.
On initiative count 20, after you guys, can you all make me a deck save, please?
Yep.
Yeah, thought this might be coming.
4.
18.
Is that for skill checks as well? Is it just skill checks, or is it saving throws as well?
We're making a deck save, by the way, Ryan.
Yeah.
It's skill checks.
Oh, it's only skill checks. Shit.
You're muted, Ryan.
Yeah, I was talking to myself. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Just saying that this one doesn't roll well, so I'll use the other one. And I got a 19 on the deck save. Are we making the deck save because someone pressed something?
No, because the ship is spinning really fast.
Yeah, I figured it was that. I just wanted to check to make sure that I hadn't missed someone doing a stupid.
So there was a random pushing of buttons, but that doesn't seem to have done anything.
Yeah.
So sorry, can I get... Right, so what are your numbers, please?
24.
Pass.
18.
9.
19.
So everyone other than Rune take 4 bludgeoning damage. Rune take 8 bludgeoning damage. As you are thrown about the ship and knocked into some of the walls. And with that, it's Ido.
Could I possibly make some kind of technology check?
Absolutely,
Is it the Arcana to work out
It is
what
indeed.
that is a natural 20.
Oh, you know exactly what button to press. It's that one.
Is it one that is near me, or can I press it with Mage Hand?
You can press it with Mage Hand, sure.
Yeah, I'll press the button.
The ship slows down and stops.
Ooh.
We do appreciate enthusiasm, Rune, but when it comes to the old large mechanical... Are you feeling quite alright?
No.
I'm going to pull out my healer's kit. And put a little plaster on the head. In fact, I might as well do everyone now. It's like 4 actions, you know?
You're out of initiative. You hear a voice from below. Okay. I've got healing potions if you need them.
Oh, thank you!
Amazing.
Good to know. Oof. I don't like being spun around.
The only person I need to roll for is Rune to not, because everyone else I can get max with the regular his kit.
Okay, I'll just go back to the next then.
Yeah, Rune, you get exactly 8 back.
Nice.
I imagine that because there's just a dent where it hit the wall, you've just got like a syringe of fluid that you then inject back into my head. You found the right button. Did you work out why or what has happened?
Well, that's really for now, I suppose, to work out.
Look around.
I've got a 17 on Arcana this time. If I have any more success in figuring out what these controls do.
They're kind of like the auxiliary systems to a ship. They won't let you fly it, but they'll let you do some rudimentary things like life support, a little bit of sub-flight maneuvers to sort of dock it with something. And in this case, you get the sense that this is kind of the thing that happened here is that the beholders left behind if non-beholders sort of enter our ship, we will persuade them otherwise.
Could I, at this point, check for other traps? See if any other nasty surprise has been left behind.
While you're checking for traps, obviously I've ascertained that. Is life support still active?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Okay. That's fine.
What is the check? Investigation?
Investigation.
20.
Yeah. There are no other checks.
Yeah, probably should have checked beforehand, but oh well, that's on me, chaps. So apologies.
While they're distracted, I'm now going to do what I was going to do with the sword before, which is just move it about and see if it like twitches at any particular thing.
Roll me a perception check. Actually, everyone roll me a perception check. And Ryan, you can do so at advantage.
Oh, good, because that was a natural 1. Followed by a natural 3. Jesus Christ.
Indeed.
You remember how
Nice.
dice were betraying me last week?
23 on perception.
They're going to prison now.
Oh dear. Natural 1 for me.
Beautiful.
That one.
So 3 nat 1s, that then became a nat 3 for Ryan.
Yeah.
And then a 23.
And then a 23, okay. So you notice some odd sounds coming from what you now know, looking at the map, is the holodeck. You hear clanks of metal on stone coming from the hatch in the middle of the floor.
We needed this ship to get to the place where the asteroid had hit, or had the asteroid hit this ship?
No, so the Academy has had a report that an asteroid has hit Cathar, which I'll bring up the map for you again. Which you know is like 2 weeks almost to
Right.
travel. There you go.
Sure. So the supplies are for the journey to Cathar.
Mm-hmm. It's to help you set up here, get the Spelljammer helm installed, and then for the trip.
Sure.
I'll signal to people and then point down at the hole to try and direct them towards the noise.
Given that Jack's rolled so well, Ryan, you may make one more perception check.
Okay.
Because 1 and a 3 sucked. I want you to roll. Good, please.
Okay, that's a 13 total on perception. If I can argue for like anything else, then I'll be able to add a number to that.
What would you like to argue?
Like
Investigation?
If I'll give you Arcana maybe, because it's sword related.
I
anything
was going to say acrobatics to feel it twitching, but if it's not that, then I'll happily go with Arcana to bring it up to 15.
Okay, I'll give you that. With a 15, you can tell that it's also in the same direction that that Jex is kind of indicating you guys at.
Okay.
Rich, I just want to say for the group, we're not too proud to accept your pity.
Yep.
With 3 of us rolling a nat 1 on a single check, we
Also, it
probably
means, like-
deserve your pity.
It also means I can't tell you the cool things. I want to tell you the cool things.
Yeah.
Can we see what are in the other rooms around this deck?
So they're nothing particularly exciting. There are more weird controls that are very similar to the one in the central command area. There's bits of fallen rock, so whatever's happened to this ship, it's taken on damage. Is not the right word, but it's kind of like chipped away at it. It's just not going to be substantial structural damage, but it's taken its few share of hits. You don't know what's happened to the beholders that were in here, but yeah.
So it's like what do you call it? What do you call it when you're in a flat and you get your deposit back if it's only had something damage?
Cosmetic.
Wear and tear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this where we were supposed to install the
Yes.
Spelljammer helm?
Yes.
Right. There's
What
something.
kind-
There's something down there. I think I want to go check it out.
Oh, righto.
And I'm
I
gonna
don't want it coming up after us.
I'm gonna find something to tie a rope onto. Yeah, second rope, and then I'm gonna, and then I'm gonna use the climber's kit or whatever to descend. And then, yeah, I'm gonna go down a bit. I'm gonna climb back up and go. Also, if this is the command deck, then this is where we were meant to be installing it, and then go back down again.
Can I grab you? I can't grab you. So you're. I don't know figure out how this is going to work. No. Are you all looking through the hole, or are you kind of stepping back as Faxis kind of looks through?
So.
Oh, I could just look down. Oh yeah, I'll do that before just jumping in.
Yeah, I'll look down as I'm signaling to the others. Before
Are you
deciding if I
doing
want
this
to climb down there.
stealthily?
I'd like to.
Yes.
Yes, we've heard noises. I think we've.
Do you want the stealth rolls then?
Yes, please.
13.
Don't roll shit. Don't roll shit. Don't roll shit! What did I just say? 5!
25.
If it's just for looking, I don't, because I've already blundered into a trap. I don't think I've quite got my game face on. So probably when the noise looks, when I hear it come down, I'm going to peer over the edge.
Mhm.
But I'm not going to. I'm not going to actively make noise, but I'm also not going to take. I'm not actively going to be quiet. Like I'm not stealthing, if that makes sense. But I'm also not going to chuck a torch down there or something.
I think with
given-
with my total of 5, I've probably thrown the other end of the rope down before thinking, oh, they might see that.
I'm going to drag you into a space. You are not moving in there. I'm just dragging you in there so you can take a little look. Okay.
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 Ooh,
Oh.
that looks bad.
This deck is one large bowl-shaped chamber containing several piles of mechanical parts, with many more strewn across the floor. Several partially disassembled autonomes are among the wreckage, and picking them apart are 3 insectile-like creatures made of a gleaming metal. And then the fourth one, alongside these beings of metal, is a fourth that looks quite familiar. A creature consisting of a metallic orb within which you can see a crystal. Unlike the one from the Amaranthine shores, this one looks very much alive as its central crystal glows red, a beam of light focusing on you as you look. The other difference is that a large, jagged black crystal has pierced the top of the sphere and juts out like a knife in the back.
So is this like the sphere we saw with the precursor writing on?
This is yet another Armatal probe,
Oh.
but
So
with a black crystal sort of
as
edged into
the
it.
laser beam of an eye, I guess I'd kind of wave awkwardly at it and see what it does.
It just looks
Interesting.
Can you understand me? I will say telepathically.
No response.
What about to the other guys?
Nothing.
Well, chaps, looks like we've got some roommates.
Do we recognise what the non-Omartal robots could be?
Let's see.
Well, if they're of gleaming metal, they might also be a martel, just of a different design.
Roll me a history check again. Let's see if this came up in your education.
Damn, that's another good roll. 21.
20.
14.
9.
So all of you, other than Rune, will know that these are what is referred to as clockwork horrors, ruthless insecticide automatons. They roam wild space in commandeered spell-jamming ships, gathering precious metals and crystals they need to build more of their kind. As far as the Academy is aware, they have no known goal or no known home world that they have.
They're technological bacteria then.
Yeah. And you rolled, two of you rolled over a 20, right?
No,
you-
only
you-
two of us.
Yeah. So those who rolled over more than 20, you know that it takes about 10 days for them to replicate and build another one of their kind.
The
Oh.
sphere with the big black crystal,
Mm-hmm.
does it look of the same construction as the Clockwork Horrors?
No.
Does the crystal look like it is coming from the Clockwork Horrors?
No.
And do they look like they are working in cahoots, or are they just happen to be in the same place?
Roll me an insight.
I fully expect the Clockwork Horrors are going to get around to dismantling the Omartal thing.
22.
With that roll, you kind of get the impression that the Immortal probe is the leader, and is ordering. There are subtle movements as like you see a flash of the old. Pay attention to one of them, and it suddenly starts focusing on a different area of the wreckage.
Is interesting.
And,
Stop them, or
and then roll me a perception check.
12,
Natural 20.
30.
Perception.
6.
19.
Well, those of you who rolled more than 11, I thought you were all going to do well on this one. You get one of the piles of debris you spot is shaking slightly, and you hear like a mechanical moaning.
Looks like it might be a rescue mission then, chaps.
Not really?
From what?
There's one of those piles is making a fuss.
Ooh.
If one of those
That
disassembled
or-
autonomes might not be quite so disassembled.
Yes. That or they're about to give birth.
If I pull off the sword and I just point it at the leader, does it twitch?
Yes.
I think the sword wants to kill that thing.
How are you holding the sword?
I'm holding it by the handle, pointing it.
This might be a trick of the light that looks like the sword isn't aiming towards it, but the rock the sword is in is pulled slightly towards the creature. So almost like the sword comes out a little bit of its hilt.
I'm going to roll perception to see if I notice that. That was an 18. Vaxis
that-
freezes.
Hang on, so
yeah.
the
The rock is attracted.
scabbard.
The big rock scabbard, essentially, yes. I don't know what that means.
Have any of you played Tears of the Kingdom?
Yes.
Do you know how you can fuse a rock to a sword? It's almost like it's kind of
Yeah.
unfusing a little bit.
Okay.
I saw someone's house. They had fused a greatsword to a greatsword by just attaching the end of a greatsword to the other end of a different greatsword. And I was
The abominations you can make in that game are amazing.
yeah. How far down the shaft are they on the holodeck?
I will refer you to the map. What does the map say? It's like 2 floors worth, I think.
But in feet wise, like
About 40 feet.
40 feet. That's a shame. And is it open?
The rope is down there now.
Sorry.
But the rope is down there now.
I was thinking mage hand, which is I suppose I could get Vaxus to pick me up and dangle me by the ankles. That'd make up the other 10 feet.
I think I'm going to go down there in a minute.
That's fair enough. Yes. Right. Is it like it's not just open void on the holodeck? It is as a deck as any of the other decks are. Is that right?
So you can let me see what you can see. So right now you can see that the south wall is a solid rock.
Yeah.
So imagine, so those are effectively what the chutes on the inside are going through. So the access tube, when you landed, you went up through it. That's kind of those. And then on this floor, there are 4 holes that are just out into wild space.
Is it breathable down there?
So yes, so much like any other ship, the entirety of the ship is generating its own air envelope, and that air envelope encompasses pretty much the entirety of the space that you want to explore in. It's not particularly fresh, because this has been abandoned for a long time. The only time fresh air got here was when your ship docked here. But yeah, there's air, it's breathable.
And is it straight down to get to the holodeck?
Mm-hmm.
Just don't fall through all the way.
Yes.
Well,
Right.
I'm gonna head down there, and my plan is to fully smack that crystal with my sword.
I'll back it up.
Right,
Alright.
can you all roll me initiative? We're not to the combat yet, but let's start cracking.
My rolls are all over the place today. They keep going really bad and then really good. But really good on the things I don't care about as much. Actually, no, I suppose I kind of care about initiative. I got an 18.
11.
11. Ido or Jax?
13.
And 22.
15. 22.
Yes.
Sweet. Let's go. Jax, you're up first. Anything doing? No combat yet. Let's just start doing this in order.
Yeah. See, in interesting. I've got a different approach. I was going to see if they're hostile before engaging them.
Oh, you've got that chance because I haven't attacked them yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I climb down the rope? It was 40 feet. So can I climb down? How does climbing work if I don't have a climb speed? Does that mean it counts as difficult terrain?
It'll be an action to climb the rope, and it'll be an athletics check.
Okay. 17 on that plus. Oh, I get advantage for athletics apparently. No, that's no good. 18 total.
You make it down safely. I am going to move you guys who are not down to the extremities here.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
fine.
So that was your action. You can move a little bit if you'd like.
So what happens? Does the laser beam kind of follow me down, like the laser eye?
Mhm.
And what are the other 3 robots doing?
So they are currently still shifting through the wreckage.
So I'll kind of put my like my blob hands up in the air to kind of show openness, and then wait to see what they do. Because while I'm tempted to prepare an action, that could be seen as hostile intent. So I'll be Is there a I can't have my hands open and take like the guard action, so yeah, I guess I'll be open and see what they do.
You're choosing to be open in this moment.
Yep.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah. See what they do.
Paxis.
Okay, I'm going to use my action to climb down.
Roll me an athletics check, please.
Natural 1. Like I said, my rolls are all over the place tonight. So am I just flying off into space now?
No, you're falling straight down to land on the floor of a big thug, so can I have 2d6, please?
Okay, superhero landing.
Out-
Hell on the knees.
Hold on. Does he land on the floor or does he land on me? Do I soften his blow?
I will take the damage.
I will let you, Jex, decide whether you want to be underneath or not.
I'm kind of watching what he does, so I'm not watching for anyone falling on top of me. So if you're aiming away from me, then you'll land away from me. That's
I'll land
fine.
away from you and take 6 damage.
Cool.
Yeah. It wouldn't be my first choice to be an inflatable airbag, so...
Yeah, there's just suddenly a thud, and you look to the side, and you see I'm there with having done the superhero landing, and there's just a.
Cool. Do either of you two speak Thrakeen?
No.
You're not down there, sir.
I know.
Yeah, I do.
You hear the clockwork horrors talking to each other and going, must find it, must find it, must find it.
Interesting. I appreciate everybody taking my action, but would I have time to say, what are you looking for? Can we help? Back in
Sure,
Thrakeen.
I'll let you do that.
Yeah.
You don't get a response.
No, yeah, no, that's fine. Do they look like they've acknowledged it at all, or are they just ignoring us?
They're just ignoring it.
Okay.
The clockwork horror number 1 will continue to look through the rubble, as will the second one. Ido.
Which pile did I hear the voice coming from?
Remind me how I ping.
Press and hold. They've updated it. You can press and hold now.
Yeah, we can see that. So, is that one they're not looking through at the moment?
So ignore the actual map. There are piles of rubble everywhere. This one and this one is the biggest concentration. But there are other smaller piles that they're looking through as well.
I think I'm gonna hook my carabiners in onto the rope and try and climb down.
Ooh, I like that you've got carabiners. You can roll me with advantage if you're gonna abseil
That
down.
actually comes as part of the combat wheelchair.
Is
For
it
this
really amazing?
An advantage is still not going to help my my -1. So let's.
But you did so well at training.
18.
You make it down, man.
19 -1. Yeah, I'll appear down and see if I can get down to about there.
I think there is now a small crater where I landed.
There, our chap. Can I hear them speaking in Thrakeen?
Mhm.
Can I try and reply in Thrakeen? In the.
Mhm.
You went right there, chaps. What are you poking around for?
No response.
Yes. I will cast as a bonus action Shillelagh on the walking stick that I use when I'm not in the chair.
Really? Okie dokie. Just
Again, not making the attack roll with it, just
You're arming up, my man.
say again.
You're arming up, sir.
I know.
Cool. Okay. I'll roll insight. All good.
Yeah, it's just sort of like a subtle reach one of my lower arms down and just sort of tap the walking stick. As I'm moving the wheels of the chair, just sort of tap the walking stick. And then I think.
Do any of you look at the Ormatal probe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm looking at. I've kind of.
So the Ormatal one isn't speaking. Only the others are. And if you're paying attention to the Ormatal one, you'll see that the eye is following each one of you down.
If I'm not taking attacks of opportunity,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to move myself to there.
Sure.
And then that's me.
Rune.
Well, everyone else went down the hole, but I think I'm going to do it a little quieter, and I will stealth and go down the hole. But I want to stop at the top, ceiling, and just kind of see what the eyeball one does.
It looks at you.
Yeah. I need to make my climby check.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use one of my dice. So that's 8 plus 6 plus 0. So 14
You make it
for my
right.
athletics check. Cool. And then my stealth is only a 12.
What was that roll, sir?
For stealth, for hiding.
Oh, you're gonna hide it behind some rubble or something.
Yeah. So I'll drop down and then... Why is it not doing anything? What is going on? It's like watching us. It's weird.
Clockwork Horror continues to search and search and search.
Rune kind of looks at it and goes, it's got a weird... Does the black crystal look like it doesn't belong to it?
Yeah, it does not belong to it.
Is the colour of the light in this thing different from the colour of the light we saw in the old one?
Yes, so the light in... So it's like a red glow as opposed to a more natural flashlight, the white light that came from the one that you found in the fishing session.
This just makes me think of was it Horizon? With the corruptors making the eyes go red.
I think when Rune sees it... no. I'll let... Just go yank that crystal out of it. Doesn't seem to belong to it.
Yeah, that's my next plan.
So the three Clockwork Horrors continue to root through. Now that you're all down here, the Ormatal one will look at will kind of switch between you three, then it will focus on Vaxus and will take one step back.
One step back?
Mm-hmm.
Well, up the wall of the cavern, or?
It's kind of like a bowl, so it's not vertical yet. So when we get to the edge here, that's vertical, but this is kind of like a little bowl in the bottom.
Oh, is this where the gravity is focused around?
Yes.
So no matter where we are in the room, we'll be we can stand on any of the wall, and that would still be.
Yeah. The 2D map is not great at sort of showcasing that, but yes.
What are you thinking then, big man? I'll say telepathically.
Now background to checks. Yeah, I'll give you a hand. If given that you've all made it down here, none of you have set it off yet, I will let you have a keep going until I say otherwise.
My response is going to be, I think I need to hit the crystal with my sword.
That's
Let me try and take it out first.
Yes, that would be my preference. Take the thing out first.
I can try that.
So
How-
5, 10. So what?
Sorry, you
I'll
broke
do-
up there, Joe.
how big is this crystal?
So, I kind of described the orbital probe as almost so like with the wings of the satellite, it's like the size of a car. The probe itself, as you can see here, it's like probably taking up the space of a person, but like encompassing the entire space. In regards to that sort of size, it's like almost like you can't see it. It's like a long sword, but it is not. For Ryan's sake, it is not a longsword, but that kind of size.
Cool. Does it look like it would weigh less than 10 pounds?
I would say, you're on the borderline. You be shiftable, but you're on that line between maybe not.
Sure, no worries.
So if I recall correctly, we saw writing on the probe that I had to cast comprehend languages on for us to understand it. So I'm going to make the same assumption here because it's not talked yet. So and I appreciate that won't affect how I can talk, but I'm going to cast comprehend language on myself, and then say in Thrakreen, because that's the only language we've heard so far.
So the moment you cast the spell,
Yep.
you feel a wave rushing over you. Nothing. You're not hurt, but effectively, counterspell has been cast upon you.
Oh, I suppose because it wouldn't. Okay. I was just trying to cast comprehend languages. We met another one of your friends, who unfortunately didn't survive. I'm sorry for that. You look injured. Can we remove the crystal? Will that help? And I will approach it. How close would I have to get to make an assessment on how best to remove the crystal? I'm not looking to remove it, but I'm looking to advise whoever comes after me to remove it.
You don't have to get. You can be, 10 feet away, so you don't have to be right next to it to make that assessment. If you're not going to touch it, then I would advise you to not be next to it, and that's more than good enough for you to make an assessment.
Okay, cool. What sort of check do you want me to try and make that assessment?
My gut is perception, unless you can convince me otherwise.
Perception's probably fine. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I've now joined the Nat 1 club. Had to happen eventually. I kind of just haven't got a clue, and then I'll take a step back, going, I can't assist.
At this point, because where I did my superhero landing, I'm basically in a sprinter's starting position.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to sprint right up to it and try and yank the crystal out using my momentum as I run. Just, I'm going to grab it with my bare hands. No, I'm not. I am going to grab it with my force hands as I use a bonus action. I think it's a bonus action. I'll check that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, as a bonus action. So as I'm running up, I activate my my tattoo and create 2 large spectral hands, which just go onto the crystal and try to rip it out.
So paint me a picture here. How, are they like boxing gloves over your existing hands? Are they separate like a mage hand would be? How do they manifest?
I think they manifest these large like overly large, gigantic hands that kind of that are spectral and see-through. So big fists, and then the arms, but they kind of like fade away, and they just appear on either side of me, and they match the movements that I do with my regular hands.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at Vaxis with my 2 sets of arms and go, well, you know what they say, forewarned is forearmed.
Roll me. My gut would be a raw strength. Oh, you know what? You can make me an attack roll if you'd like.
Okay. This does an extra 1d6 force damage if I hit, which is like, how extra strong they are. And I can do it from up to 15 feet away.
To clarify, your goal here is not to hurt it, but to take the shard out, right?
I am removing that shard.
Okay.
If I can avoid hurting it, I will, but that goal is secondary to removing the shard.
I will say right now, roll well.
No, I don't have any inspiration.
You're muted, Brad.
It's good or it's bad. It's bad.
That's a total of 14 to hit.
Not enough, I'm afraid.
Oh, hang on. Shit, I was going... no, I can add a bonus to this. To be fair, I should have declared this beforehand. Distracting Strike. Could I retroactively add that? Or is it too late?
It's too late.
Fair enough.
Are we still in initiative?
Yes. You wouldn't have been had Vaxis not decided to effectively run at the thing with his boxer glove, spiritual hands, and make a move.
Where are we in initiative at this point?
Can you see the initiative tracker in Foundry?
I can't.
Ooh.
I can if I go to the Initiative tab.
Ah,
And then
okay.
right click on it to just pop it out so you can have it on the left.
Yeah.
Because you've not got Combat Carousel enabled, it looks different.
Oh, is there a thing that I need to do?
If you want the same thing that I've got, that I was using in Pathfinder, then you'd need to enable the Combat Carousel.
Okay. For next time.
Mhm.
So you're at a 14, yeah?
I did indeed roll a 14.
Do you have reach, or do you have to effectively be right next to
Oh,
it?
I've got 15 feet of reach. So I have to be there.
Okay. So you kind of, and you're like sort of yank this thing out. So as your hands touch the crystal, not your hands, the spiritual hands touch the crystal, you notice that they start to vibrate, and you notice a haze come off the crystal. So like the hot tarmac in a summer day, you will notice like the air around it kind of boil and corrupt the, I guess, magic of your spiritual hands. I need you to make me a con save.
16 total.
The energy coming off this thing starts to corrupt your hands, and it starts to sort of move its way shakily down the spiritual hands, and you start to feel it in your own hands. You get a permanent increased your strength by 1.
Ooh.
As the crystal starts to crack and the vibrations continue, and you succeed in pulling it out, and you absorb whatever that was coming off the crystal. However, perceiving an attack, because you did roll an attack roll,
Yeah.
we are now in proper combat.
So it's
So-
clockwork horrors.
For clarification, it's a +1 to my strength score, not a +1 to my strength bonus.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
You did. You could have. You did not roll hard enough to get a +2.
Ah.
If you had done poorly, you'd have been a permanent decrease to your strength.
Ooh.
So yeah, take the win at this stage.
I mean,
Oh.
if I'd remembered to do the distracting strike, then that would have added a D8 to the
What?
roll.
Well, I imagine it would have been your.
That would have only added a 1.
So wouldn't have been enough.
Yeah.
I imagine I needed a 20 for whatever the.
So we're in
But
proper
it
combat.
was-
What happens to the clockwork, the guardian thing, once the crystal's removed?
So you notice no difference to the immortal probe.
Interesting.
At this point, you don't know enough to know what has happened one way or the other.
Yeah.
You do hear coming over the airways in Thrakeen is not on this. Ah. Coming over the airways, you hear iteration 493652 counterattack initiate.
Uh-oh.
Do those numbers seem familiar?
To you, the players, the same number that I read out to you at the very first session.
Oh.
The first session, we've had
Oh,
different. I thought we'd had different iterations since then. That's interesting.
And with that, hold on, let me ping this one. Cool. So this one will head. Oh, he's right next to you, Jack. So he'll go there, and he'll make an attack.
Yep. At least I'm not entirely open this round because.
1 bite and 2 rotating source. Cool. So. Did I roll? I didn't roll. A 6 to hit.
Does not hit. I'm afraid.
And then, because it's right next to you, he'll do 2 of these. 1. 10 and a 16.
16 is my armor class, so meets it, beats it,
So it
right?
beats it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 1 gets through.
So it's kind of like a jaw in the center, like a metallic jaw that tries to bite you, misses.
Ooh.
And then those 2 saws. If you can't
Ah.
see it already, I will copy this into here.
Ooh. Oh, they look really different.
Oh.
So the 2 metal jaws, 2 metal saws are going. You dodge one of them, but the other one latches into you, and you take 4 slashing damage.
That's huge Horizon Corruptor energy. Yeah,
Mhm.
love it. Oh.
That's its turn. The next Clockwork Horror, right next to you, Ido.
I mean, bro.
It will try to bite you. 21 to hit.
Yeah.
3 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 saws. 9 to hit.
Nope.
13 to hit.
Nope.
And now it's your turn, Ido.
Cool. I am going to attack it twice. Once with bonus action, once with regular action. The first one is going to be a short sword booming blade attack.
Sure.
That is a 16 to hit.
A hit.
So that is going to be 8 points of damage, and it is sheathed in booming energy.
A question about the booming energy. Is it if it chooses to move or if it moves?
If it, I believe I used to know this. If it willingly moves 5 feet or more,
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
What happens to it?
it takes an extra D8 energy damage, thunder damage even. And then I'm gonna pull the walking cane and just crack it on the head for a 15 to hit.
Yes.
Miss?
Mhm.
Cool, that's fine. Yeah, that's me.
Rune. You're muted, sir.
This here, this is a hole, yes?
So ignore that map. Basically, it is a flat bowl along the bowl. Directly above you is the access shaft that you've come down.
Right. So there's not a hole that goes all the way through. Okay, that's fine. That case, I will go up next to my friend Ido, and as I'm going forward, the red threads wrap around, and I'll cast Hex as a bonus action, and then I will go at it with some knives. For a natural 20.
Ooh.
So that's 2d6 plus 1d4 plus 1d6. So 3d6. 3d6 and 1d4. I lost the d4. That's a bad thing to lose.
Oh, that's
Okay,
a claymore for later.
Don't worry, your foot will find it.
So 14 plus 28 points of damage.
Ooh, nice.
Does it matter the damage types?
Oh, very nice.
It does not. Unless it's poison or lightning,
It is not poison or lightning.
then you're good.
And I may as well attack with the other dagger.
Do 28.
28 damage, yeah.
Okay.
17 plus 6 is 23.
To hit?
Yep.
Absolutely hits.
It hex. 1, 2. 2 points of damage. I'm just saying. I rolled 2 1s, so
Lovely.
you can't win them all.
Is that it from you, sir?
Yeah, that's it. It's bonus action. That's everything.
Cool. This one will stop what it's doing with the rubbish pile and will skitter around here.
Uh-oh. Found the D4.
Fucking hell. 12 to hit, even with advantage.
That's bloody unsporting.
17 to hit. 14 to hit.
Yeah, sort of like, that is catch on the shield, just duck.
Wow, what's your AC?
18.
Wow.
I got Thrikreen, their main racial feature is basically permanent mage armor, 13 plus dex, AC, and I got a shield from Artificer.
Cool. So that's that one's go. The red light that was coming out of the probe starts to turn purple. Let me just. Cool. Yeah, you're all affected. Can you all roll me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Do I have to?
Yeah.
15.
You're once again muted, Brad.
6.
3.
My dice luck has failed me now. 5.
Everyone who rolled less than a 12 is hypnotized by the hypnotic pattern coming from the purple light.
Oh.
I'm in danger.
So, Rich, keys to the Golden Vault in 2 weeks, huh?
Cool, that's its turn. Checks, you fail. So is it one of you failed? Succeeded, right? No?
We all failed the
All
save.
failed.
What was the DC? I got 15.
11.
15.
Oh, sorry.
So Ido succeeded.
I did succeeded.
The rest of us didn't.
So it's my turn. What happens on the hypnotic pattern? Presumably, I
you're-
can't do anything.
Yeah, you're charmed and can't do anything.
Yep.
You incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
Okay. Do I make a save at the end of my turn?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Concentrate.
Until you get hit, or
Give
someone
me a
near.
special.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. In that case, I will utilize the full ability of my turn and click the end turn button. Oh, Sorry.
Sorry, that's my bad.
It-
There you
yeah.
go. You click it. Go on, I'll let you. There you go.
I also failed, so I will also click the end turn button.
Cool. Clock home number 1.
That's the one by Jex, I believe.
The one that just took a massive great big damage from me.
No,
Yeah.
no, the other one.
No.
This
No,
one.
that's a. Oh, it's that one.
If you hover over the
Oh yeah.
you can see it'll red box it.
Yeah.
Incapacitate grants advantage, right?
Yes.
Does it also grant auto crit?
No, that's paralyzed. Yeah.
Oh fuck. 22 to hit, 20 to hit, and 7 to hit.
Yes, and no on the 7.
That's 4 piercing damage and 5 slashing damage.
Fine.
That will break hypnotic pattern as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
The next one, we'll go after Ido.
Come at me, brai.
13 to hit. Yeah. 20 to hit. 22 to hit. 3 slashing. 6 slashing. 6, yeah. 9 slashing total.
Oh, that's beginning to hurt.
Ido, you are no longer affected.
I wasn't affected anyway, was I?
Oh, you were,
No.
were you? Yes.
But like hypnotic pattern is per individual, am I right?
Yeah.
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 The guy in front of me who I'd already hit twice and who
In that case, sorry, I was rolling as if I had advantage against you. You remove.
No, he's
6
got
slashing
flanking.
damage. Oh, he does. Okay, yeah.
got flank anyway.
Cool.
Yeah, the guy in front of me, how damaged is that one who's taken an attack from me and that huge hit from
Yeah, it's massively damaged.
massively damaged? Okay, in that case I'm gonna attack that guy with Michelele. For so close to a natural 20. 25 to hit.
Hits.
He's gonna take that's the wrong die. That one. He's gonna take
Can you even apply sneak attack if Rune is incapacitated?
I'm not trying to apply on this one.
Oh, okay.
8 points of damage on that one.
Critical blow. Still up, but
Oh, damn it. Then I think let's have a look at this initiative tracker, shall we? I think what I can do is I'm going to level the crossbow at the dude who cast hypnotic pattern.
Uh-huh.
Can I tell that one has cast the spell that has affected everyone else?
yeah, the red skull is visibly turned purple in a pulsating manner. Yeah, you don't need to roll anything to figure that out.
Cool. This is going to be at disadvantage because I've got creatures within 5 feet of me. 22.
That hits.
So I don't get sneak attack on this, unfortunately, but it's gonna at least give it a chance to fail its save. It's 10 points of. Do you need me to split piercing or radiant? 10 points of damage.
10, you say?
10, I say. So just a base con save of 10.
It makes its con save, I'm afraid.
Bugger. Well, it's been lovely knowing all of you.
Good.
That's me.
Rune.
Yep.
And the other horror. Might miss, you never know.
3 attacks all with advantage, though?
Is that horror the one attacking me?
Yeah. How much HP you at?
I'm at 12.
You're right. 14 misses, 18 hits,
This could be quite crucial for me.
and a 19 hits.
Oh,
I should have gone for 2 attacks on the other guy.
that's okay.
4 slashing.
Yep.
Oh,
5 slashing.
I'm up. It's not good, but I'm up.
Oh, and the other clockwork horror is going to go before you do.
It is. A question I want to ask is, will 120 feet away cover the whole of this ship?
The ship is 65 feet across.
In that case, I'm going to call to the to our allies and say, yes, if you could render some assistance. I'm being horribly slashed to death. Terrible shame, terrible imposition. But if you could be so good as to make your way over, that'd be charming. Thank you.
going to take them at least 7 hours to get to our
I
position.
know. I know.
Hey, maybe
Hear the
maybe they've been
background.
doing other exploring in the meantime. They'll have found another way through.
Yeah.
Here in the background, the colours are very pretty.
If someone can take that one out, like, then at least the it doesn't get advantage on me. Bandit.
I don't have tokens for the other crewmates, so I've added them. To
Sure.
But the bandits are your crew members coming to help you.
Yay.
Dear.
Sound of the police.
So on the probe's turn, over the airwaves you hear almost like Morse code, like boop, and you see the three clockwork horrors like change their stance ever so slightly. That's it.
Okay.
He's not going to get here this turn. Jex.
Okay.
So Jex is snapped out. Neither of the other two are.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Correct.
Just wondering. Okay. We'll have to see if this works. This might go horribly wrong.
Love to
But
hear it.
I'm very tempted with sleep because, but the robots though, because sleep technically that comes under charmed, right?
Yeah.
Sleep. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, yeah, no, never mind. But I don't have that. Might do that. Okay.
Also, I'm going straight incapacitated if you can't sleep.
No, because I can choose who it does and doesn't affect.
Yeah.
Can you?
No, it's a point that I choose. My bad. I've got to read the spell in full.
Well, it's moves. It wouldn't affect any of them anyway.
Yeah. Okay. What damage does that do? Yeah, all of mine are designed to incapacitate and not actually injure. But in hindsight, might need to tweak that.
How injured is the one in front of me that's taking all the hits?
Heavily.
Heavily.
Yeah. Okay. So if I were to make an attack with a hand weapon, it would be I would get disadvantage. Is that correct?
How do you mean?
So because it's a range, if I were to fire my crossbow at your guy,
Oh, yes.
I cast it with disadvantage. I'm gonna have to take that risk, I think, to try and keep you up. So, okay, cool. Right.
I mean, other option would be to use your least damaging thing to hurt me.
That's a good point.
That
Actually, there's the thing. Hypnotic pattern. Can you shake someone out of it?
Yes. I
Yes.
think.
You
Oh.
can get to Vaxis by moving
Yeah.
round that way. Yeah.
And just
can I
Without
it's an
breaking-
action to shake me out of it, I believe.
can I do that if that's permissible then? Yeah. Just so that we've got another combatant on the field. So that's 10. I've shaken you up, and then I'm gonna move to there, and Vaxis, do all you can to help Ido. I believe in you, and you will be bardically inspired for 10 minutes. Cool. Yep, that is. Yeah, cool. I'm
Done?
Yeah, I'm all done. Sorry. Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
Crewmate, no. Vaxis.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20 to give myself advantage, because I fucking need it. And
I'm not there.
No.
Yeah,
you
the other
want-
spot.
You want there.
There.
You're right. There. Advantage. Okay, that's much better. Much better. 24 to hit.
So as you take a swing, You hear the boop, 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 and the robot, the construct will start to anticipate your move and start to move out the way, almost if it knew exactly what you were going to do. However, because you're high enough, you still manage to. You're still too quick. So despite it knowing what you're going to do, you
Well,
still
I think
hit it.
the hands coming from both sides and just go. So yeah, even if you tried dodging, it would just dodge into the other hand.
But you get the impression it knew you were going to do that.
Okay.
Just too quick for it.
Okay, so that is 6, I believe, bludgeoning damage plus 5 force damage.
I'm sorry, man.
Action surge.
Ah, thank you. Yes, action surge
Has one.
has 1 hit point.
I mean, all you got to do is hit.
Yeah, yeah. That is going to be a
Is that with advantage?
with advantage. That's a 19 to hit. Oh, and I'm going to do my gonna do a maneuver.
What's your maneuver?
Okay, I don't know why I took this one because I can't use it until I get multiple attacks.
Are you going sweeping strike?
I'm going to go distracting strike,
Ah, okay.
which if this will kill it, so it's going to have no benefit, but it'll actually,
Kill it.
Oh no, it just adds to the total damage.
But that's good. If you just do 1 more point of damage.
No, I left it too late to declare the distracting strike on the first attack.
Right, okay.
And what I was trying to do was trying to get a bonus to hit.
Sure.
Great.
Unfortunately, I
19
can't, so it's just going to be a 19.
Hits.
Oh, okay. So that is...
Distracting strike can be done after the fact, by the way. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack. It's the same way as smite works.
Well, I'd forgotten about it before the last... Before I hit action surge.
I'll let you, given that that's the way it's worded, I'll let you've done it before you action surged.
Oh, okay. In that case, before the action surge, that's an extra 3 damage to it.
Dead.
And distracting strike.
For you, fucko.
Distracting strike specifically is the next attack roll against the target by an attacker other than you.
Yeah.
So it's actually worthless, even if you have multiple attacks. It's not. It's more like, yeah.
I mean, I got it so that I could grant advantage for the rogues in the party if they're attacking at range.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
I've also got Commander Strike, but that is useless until I have multiple actions, because when you take the attack action, you forgo one of your attacks. It's like, I don't want to give up my entire turn, because it also uses my bonus action.
Yep.
So, yeah. And the third one I've got is Riposte, so I need something to miss.
Yep.
Anyway, I am going to Action Surge, though. And Ido's looking very wounded, isn't he?
Yep.
Okay, so I started there. That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can't get into flanking on the other one. So instead, I'm just going to smash it with my action surge.
Okay.
Ooh, that is a 23 to hit.
It hits.
That is 6 bludgeoning damage. 2 force damage. I'm going to use another maneuver to do distracting strike. So for a further 3 bludgeoning damage. The next attack against it has advantage.
Do you have enough? Oh, sorry.
And I have a bonus action which I'm going to use to attempt to grapple it. Sorry, what were you going to say, Joe?
Do you have enough movement to get within 5 feet of it to grant sneak attack?
Yes. But what I was also going to do is I was going to, if I managed to grapple it, I was also going to push it away from you.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's just my athletics versus its athletics or acrobatics, its choice.
Athletics, or what was the other one?
Athletics or acrobatics, its choice. It has to. Well, I rolled 25.
18.
It is grappled. And
What is your
now,
grapple range out of curiosity?
15 feet.
Nice.
And if I step this way, it has to move 5 feet away into the wall.
So you're grappling it using your sort of...
Yes.
Wow, okay. Impressive.
But okay, because I'm grappling it, my movement speed is now halved, so I need to just figure out what my movement speed is and how far I can go. So that was 5, 10, 15, and that was 25. Okay, so that is my action. My action surge. My bonus action. That is the end of my turn.
That was a colossal turn.
It was a good
It
turn.
really was.
I have built this character for battlefield control.
Genuinely saved my life there. Because I was going to take 3 attacks, and if the first one had hit, it would have been auto crits.
Let's hope that it doesn't have reach.
Well, let's. Does it, Rich?
It's not its turn. It's the one next to Jex's turn.
Oh.
I'm going to use cutting words, but this will fail if it is immune to being charmed.
I mean, save the cut, because cutting words is a... Oh, yeah, do it on the third one.
8, 10, and 18.
So I've declared. I was going to do it on the first attack because I have to declare it. I can do it after you make the roll, but before knowing the result. So it would have been on the first attack. Is it immune to being charmed?
It is immune.
That's fine. Yeah.
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 You know the roll. So you know the roll is 4. Then you can declare cutting words. So you can declare it afterwards.
You can do so after the roll, but before knowing the result.
Yes. So before Rich says that hits.
Yes, that's what it means. It doesn't mean. It doesn't mean. Yes, it doesn't mean the result as in the result of the roll. It means the result as in what happens. So, what should happen here is that in terms of the way this would work mechanically, you would say the roll is 14, and then you would afterwards you'd be like, is 14 high? 14 seems high, and then he would add the +2, which would be bring it up to 18. So you'd go.
Right. Okay. It's academic at this stage because it fails, but it was a relatively cheap way of confirming that they are indeed immune to charm.
Fair enough.
What were the results?
8, 10, and 18 to hit.
So the third, the 18 hits.
3 slashing damage.
Okie dokie.
Ooh, Dr. James gets to move before that thing does.
Yeah. Ido.
Okay, who's looking the most injured in this room?
You.
You.
You didn't kill thyself. That'll wake Rune up.
That was my plan, actually, yeah. So I think I'm going to do a crossbow bolt at someone, and then do an unarmed strike on Rune to wake her up.
Cool.
I mean, if you shoot the probe, you can still
I'll
concentrate.
shoot the probe first.
Yeah, you might get lucky.
16 plus 22 total.
Hits.
7 points of damage, forcing 1 con save.
It is looking bad.
The probe.
Whoa! And it failed the saving throw.
Did it? Oh, nice. Rune's awake! Yeah!
Ooh!
Why is Igo nearly dead?
There's a good boy. There's a good boy. Vaxis, a jolly good show, and I'm going to come around here and huck a knife at the probe for exactly the same 22. No, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, a +1 on the. So it'll be 21.
It breaks down into pieces.
4 damage for the sake of argument.
Yeah, it had 2.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use. So I had to go 1, 2. I'm going to use movement to go like there, I think. Yeah.
Now, a question I've got about sneak attack.
Yeah.
Does it require a friendly to be within 5 feet of it, or does it require a friendly to be within melee striking distance of it?
Feet.
Okay.
5 feet.
Yeah.
Specific.
But there's advantage for the next creature that attacks the one that I'm grappling anyway.
I'm just holding like, my Malpighian tubules and bronchioles just into my body with my smaller hands while I'm with the knife and the crossbow. Welcome back to the land of the living, dear. Would you mind awfully?
Whoa, I can't fix that.
No.
That's a lot of
No,
things.
Not here, there.
Oh, right. Okay. By the way, if you get advantage on anything, it gives you sneak attack anyways.
I know.
So
I was just curious for future reference because the idea came up to me.
This one, I'll go there, and then I will attack the one in front of me there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I will move Hex to it. 17 plus 6, 23.
Hits.
Cool. So 3d.
Similar to when. No, actually, no, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
3d6 plus 1d4. 10, 11, 12, 16 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it, really.
Cool. How does grapple only work when you're not next to me?
It's if you can attack Rune. It just means that your movement speed is 0. And if you want to break out of the grapple, then it is your choice of athletics or acrobatics contested versus my athletics. But that's an action to do so.
Given that Rune is right in front of it, it's happy to. It has a target, so.
Yeah, fair.
1.
Nope.
12.
Nope.
23.
That does hit, yeah. Look at that.
6 slashing damage.
Oof. That's not so bad. Okay.
Probe's dead. He's still coming. Jax.
Okay. It's probably I'm gonna fire a crossbow bolt at the one in front of me. The lowest 17.
Yes, it hits.
And so that's 6 damage. What does the booster? So yeah, 6 piercing damage plus 1 radiant damage.
Cool. Anything else?
Don't think so. No, I'm good.
At initiative count 20, the hatch above you opens up, and you see the faces of Fred and who's the other one? Fred and the other chap. Critlick. Sorry. Given that it's Critlick's turn, it will shoot at the one directly below it, which is the one next to Jack. And it misses. Blink as a crossbow bolt hangs off the armor.
Good shout.
Faxus.
Okay, that one didn't break the grapple, so at the start of my turn, it takes 1d4 crushing damage.
Ooh.
That's 2 damage.
Sweet. Metal crumples.
So yeah, I just the 2 hands
Straight
just
against
twist
the
a
wall.
bit, and then for my attack, it just goes boom. That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
How damaged does it look?
Almost exactly half health.
Okay, I'm going to distracting strike it as well. Another one of those. Okay, so that's 22 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
Ooh, baby.
Plus
Down to single digits, baby.
Plus 10 force damage.
As you crumple it into the wall, it kind of just gets squished and then bursts open into shards of metal and springs and bits of robot. It is dead.
Nice.
Is that it for your turn?
And that's my turn.
So this one will attack Ido. It's not spot you come up behind it yet.
Do we attack Jax?
Dex, sorry. Yeah. You know who I meant.
Yep.
Me and my 3 remaining hit points are very pleased.
I'm not too far behind you.
What you on?
5 at the moment.
It rolled, and that one,
Hey.
8 and a 17.
Yes.
Cutting words?
Oh,
No.
immune.
Chance.
Immune.
3 slashing damage.
I now have less hit points than you do.
But that would have taken me out.
Yeah. I'm not advocating that it attacked you instead. I think we're just racing to the bottom here.
Ido.
Right, let's see about this, shall we? I'll move up to there, give it a shot with the old crossbow. 19 to hit.
Hits.
Can be that 6, 9, 14 points of damage from the crossbow.
Cool. Any more?
I'm gonna move up there and hit it with the shillelagh. Calculated risk. I was about to roll a d12 to hit. That's not gonna do it. 19 to hit.
Hits.
Plus however much my bonus is, but 19 on the die. Ooh, baby. 11 points of damage from the shillelagh as well.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
So just shoot it and just wrap it on the head with the cane as well.
As you whack it, a burst of oil squirts out. It is definitely taking a beating. It's still kicking.
Make it.
I'm coming. So I will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, just to there. That's still alive, right?
No, I've left it there because it's the only one that really matters post combat.
Okay. So I'll attack this one with advantage then.
This is a lovely moment of us all equidistant around this thing, just boot partying it.
22 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. Move hex again, and then 16, 18, 22 damage.
Still alive.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I've got a second attack, so...
But it's down to single digits.
Also, Jack both going before it, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, Vaxis. If it's still alive on Vaxis's turn, he is suplexing it.
God, I want to see that.
10 damage.
Bursts into pieces of metal and cogs and oil and collapses to the ground.
It's not getting suplexed.
I'm a little tired.
And yeah,
You're a little tired.
Well, I blacked out for like a couple of rounds there.
I'll just turn to Vex. Turn to not Vaxis.
Jax.
No, the only person I haven't spoken, Rune,
Okay.
and say, well, yes, this might actually be quite an interesting point for an anatomy lesson. You see, if you look in here and just. That's called a Malpighian tubule. I believe in your kinds of mammals, it takes the function of what you'd call a kidney. Filters the hemolymph, or what you would call blood, of course. Toxins and their byproducts of respiration, that kind of thing. Dioxide all comes out through that. It's filtered into...
Put it back in you. It goes inside.
Oh. You can't.
Just put it back in you is my favourite thing you've ever said, I think.
What is wrong with doctors? They're all weird.
It's not just dogs, it's mantises as well, because mantises could have a weird amount of organs hanging out and still be fine. It's really a perfect storm here, is what I'm saying.
It is. Oh, jeez. Right. Well, you put your organs back inside you. We should check out that weird thing.
Well, yes, but in the meantime, we have to talk amongst ourselves.
Yes, yes. How's everyone doing there?
Yes.
I tells you what, without me doing a healer's kit round for the bit, when we all fell down the thing, next time both would be down.
I mean, it just shows it's a good bit.
It's a good bit. It's a
It's a
helpful
good bit. We need to. We're running low on healers kits now, though, aren't we?
Yes, only 8 full healers kits remain.
Oh man, we're practically out.
Yeah.
Let's do resupply.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a medicine check on myself. It won't do anything. Sure thing. Yeah, it won't like do anything for the medicine check. I'm just making it just for the bit. 23. I'm just sort of like stapling myself back together and putting some super glue, like wound sealant in there, that kind of thing.
I am going to go over to the Guardian drone or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still hearing like a mechanical groaning coming from over here?
Question, yeah.
Yeah, make me a perception check.
I'm gonna get the sword out and just hold it over the drone and see if it's still twitching, or if I think the black crystal was the thing that was twitching.
Not. It's in pieces. It's not like it's an intact probe with damage to it. It is just.
Oh.
Did it burst apart? Because I shot it twice with a crossbow. Did that? No, I got it with a crossbow and a dagger, so it was piercing damage. Did it actively explode apart under its own stress?
Yeah. So for what? I'm gonna investigate.
25 on the investigate, 15 on the perception for the moaning.
So you can see on a lot of the bigger pieces of this probe that it has sort of like scorch marks, like black marks from it appears to be internal damage. It is mostly focused around the big gouge where the crystal sat. So you can figure with that roll, you can figure out that a lot of the damage had already been done by this crystal.
Sure.
And it needed some well-placed shots to sort of just make it completely collapse. It was already on its way out.
Cool.
21 on the perception for the mechanical groaning in the pile.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll come to you in a sec. One other thing. You find inside the peak because you rolled 20 on the investigate.
25.
25. You find a pair of you find some goggles.
Pop those in the old satchel to investigate later.
It is heavily damaged. It looks like it is, again, similar to some of the pieces of metalwork. It has been corrupted and warped and twisted. One might say they look like goggles of night.
Ooh.
So that is the band from the campaign one.
It is.
Gotcha.
Ah.
Can I still keep a hold of them to perhaps use them for something else later?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
With your perception checks, you find amongst the wreckage, buried under one of the debris piles, an auto gnome.
Hello, old boy.
Let me get some.
Maybe.
Excellent beard game.
He has quite a good mustache. Maybe he is like. Maybe it is all the autonomes have all excellent mustaches.
Possible. Maybe they're like cool.
Can I cast mending? Is it a construct?
It is a construct.
Can I cast?
Looks up at you. Bzz,
Oi.
pop, 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 pop. Whiz, pop, 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 pop.
Seems a bit busted.
Does it look like conscious and sapient?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, I will cast mending as many times as I need to try and restore this poor fellow back to health.
At least coherence.
Yes.
Oh, he could tell us where all the beholders went.
Fingers crossed.
And roll me a d4. Whilst you're doing this, you hear shouts from above. Are you okay down there?
Yeah. Thanks for your timely assistance. You were invaluable in helping us sort this out.
I smack you.
Would you like to see my now piggy and tubules?
Say again.
Never mind.
You want to say no? No is the answer.
I got a 3 on the d4.
So it takes you a good 30 minutes to because you can't just do a spell work to repair because these are intricate things. So you have to be very careful in the way you repair it. But after 30 minutes, it's the whizzes and the pops starts to slow, and then it's back to normal.
Also, I got 16 on my. Sorry, I've got 16 on my deception to tell them they were very helpful. I was trying to actually make them feel good about the whole thing.
Are we in a position of safety where we could take a short rest?
Yes.
Good. I'm going to. That's what I'm doing right now.
I don't like how close you got to that camera to say that.
It's very sinister.
I'm also going to take a short rest.
Are you looking around?
Because I've spent half an hour repairing him, do I also get a short rest, or do we have to move on? To
I'll let you get the benefits of it as well.
I think I'll look around, see if there's anything else in here.
Roll my perception. Or investigate.
14 perception.
You find a scroll case.
Ooh.
Inside which you don't know at the time, but for later on when you figure out identify or take it to someone, it's a spell scroll of rope trick.
I've got identify. I can identify that for us.
And roll a d4.
2.
You find 2 pearls worth 100 gold each.
Ah.
Ooh.
Actually, I can't identify it until I have one of those pearls.
I do that. I accidentally do that all the time.
Yeah, I forgot. I was like, that sounds familiar. I feel like I might need one.
Here, you need this? Here you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course. Well, the other pearl, maybe I'll make a necklace or something. A pendant kind of thing. The first time I almost nearly died and saw Jesus or something like that. Who knows? Well, this was exciting. We need to get the spell thing, Spelljammer helm, where it's supposed to go.
I think it's back up that way.
Yeah.
So
Is it an involved process?
You're still during your short rest at the moment. Once you're finished with your short rest, let me know.
I will do. I will heal myself. We got an 8 on the D8.
Out of curiosity, does it look like those goggles could be repaired, or are they just gone? Okay.
Like, could I use the base structure of them to make something completely different, like as a fluff thing for Artificer, rather than making goggles of night?
Yeah, it's like you have been given a pair of frames with no lenses in. You can do whatever you want with them. They won't help you get any closer to a magical item at this point.
Yeah.
I believe an Artificer gets the ability to duplicate magical items. One of them could be the Goggles of Night. Is that now removed from his list?
No.
Okay.
So I could make them through the Artificer Infusion, but otherwise, yeah, they are. Yeah, it's removed from the Destiny list, not the.
Correct.
Yeah, cool.
Do you like highs or lows, Joe?
Me? Oh, I feel lows today. Yeah, I'm a clinically depressed person. I feel lows.
Yeah, mood.
Jesus.
Oh, so that's a D10. Let me try again. Low as it is. These look remarkably similar. So in the same way that if you would look at a piece of paper that you've never seen before and go, hang on a minute, that's my handwriting. If you were to look at these goggles, you can't tell for sure because of the way they've been warped, but they look like if you were to make a pair of goggles, this is exactly how you do it.
My tasks work.
It's like, hey, they've taken this shortcut to make this thing infuse in this place. I would do that kind of thing.
Whoever made these must have been terribly clever. I would have done that, and that, and that, and that, actually.
Ido, is that your signature there? I've been kind of twisted a little bit from the blackened, but
Gosh, you know what? This person also must have been called Dr. Idolamantis James, MD, which is
That
terrifying coincidence.
that doesn't seem like a
You've got
coincidence.
you have to know that that Ido's full signature does say Dr. Idolamantis James, M.D. I mean, I'm just resting for my short rest, so I'm done. I just fear the consequences.
Yeah.
yeah, I do sit-ups for my short rest.
I just rest.
Roll me a perception check, Vaxis.
5!
You notice nothing.
Yeah, no, I don't think it as much. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to see if the sword reacted to any of the shards of the drone, or if there's any crystal left.
It's almost like that's what I just got you to roll.
Yeah.
But because you asked, you get to roll it again.
I'll use the other dice. Worse!
Oh dear.
You can't.
No, it's fine. It's fine. My hands are still throbbing from the infusion, so it's hard to tell the nuances of what's happening right now. Mm-hmm.
Would I also be able to collect up some of the bits of the Clockwork Horrors just into the bag for, gubbins?
Yep.
Cool. Right, installing this helm then?
Yeah.
So you
Short rest
of
over.
your short rest. Everything has settled into relative peace and quiet. Then, without warning, Mikan climbs out of the access shaft. Basically, his head appears in the access shaft directly above you. His hair is disheveled, his clothes reek of smoke, he's breathing hard from his climb, and appears to be having difficulty speaking between laboured gasps of air. He croaks out. Fire! In the galley! Out of control! Help!
Fuck.
Is that this ship?
Yes.
It's all the supplies we brought with us. They've all caught on fire from the cooking pot.
Yeah, but how is
need-
it out of control?
As he croaks
existing?
that, an explosion rocks the ship.
There was a bomb in the supplies as well.
Oh shit.
Oh, piss flaps.
Having an uncontrolled fire on a ship made of stone is almost as baffling as a fire breaking out at sea parks.
What's that a reference?
That's
IT crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I was just thinking about the end of Conan the Barbarian, where he burns down a stone temple.
Is that the end?
That's
are we
the
ending there?
ending there, yes. Given it's half-assed.
Cool.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Mhm.
I did.
Very
Yeah.
much so, yeah.
Definitely.
You almost killed off 2 of the PCs. Well done.
Yeah,
You're getting close to that goal.
You did it much more effectively than I did last week.
Yeah, that's because last week we had a good plan. This week it was just superhero landing, get hypnotized, get fucked.
I'm going to zipline in a wheelchair. That'll help. In fact, that was the only part of the plan that did go well, so I don't know why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, the only damage I took was from the landing.
Did Mikan... Can I roll insight on Mikan quickly?
Oh, I fully believe that he's.
That is
God, I
natural
wanna do that.
20 for 28.
Say again.
Natural 20, 28.
I got 20 on mine.
No, sorry, 26. I don't have expertise. I've only got
No, I've got my things. Sorry,
10,
26. Sorry, 26. I rolled my d6 dice.
So if I was to rewind 10 seconds, to your eyes, it'd be go, oh no, there's a fire in the galley. Help him.
Oh, you piece of shit.
That's how it appears to you.
He's getting a fucking knife in the
He's
back.
getting a crossbow bolt so far up his Malpighian tubules, I tell you what.
I'm just gonna choke him out for a bit.
You don't even know. It's gonna be me and
No.
fucking.
You
You
guys-
just look at each other and just slowly raise crossbows.
Yeah.
You can tell me, and I'll grab him and choke him out, and then I'll tie him up, and then I'll wear him like a backpack. Because you know,
we are.
Considered a vasectomy.
Huh?
Oh dear. Need to find out. Yeah. Next time.
So, we leveled up?
No.
Okay. Should we be preparing
So
a level up?
I thought you might get through more of this than we did. You level up once the ship is under your control and you
Okay.
set off.
Right.
Yeah.
So, theoretically, possibly Pops in through next, but...
Unless something goes disastrously wrong mid session next time.
That's why I want to knock out Micken first. To stop him doing any more sabotage.
Just throw him out the ship.
Then we can't get any answers.
I mean, we can
Still
get answers
tempting.
before we throw him out.
Make it
Throw
is-
him out the ship. So,
Sweet.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you very much.
Next week in
yes,
Volan.
thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Marvelous stretch.
Yep. And
Yes.
next week's just going to be talking.
Yeah. Yeah. I finally get to give you guys magic items though, so that's nice.
Shiny.
I've got a long list.
Nice.
I'm sure you do. Yeah.
Although, I've got a list of low-powered stuff.
I've been doing a list of I've been doing a listen through of Western Wilds the whole way through this week, for various reasons.
Oh, I'm going to stop the recording.
Oh yeah, sure.